Alright guys, I'm going to show you how to fly a drone using Apple Vision Pro. So we're going to be using a DJI Mavic 3 with the Apple Vision Pro. Now there's a couple of obstacles we had to get around. One is Wi-Fi, so I'm going to use my iPhone and we're going to run a Wi-Fi hotspot so everything can connect to it. The other thing is you can't connect an iPhone or an iPad directly to the Vision Pro. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a MacBook Pro and then we're going to mirror it here. So let's just go through the whole process right now. First thing you want to do is use the N1 controller. This is the one that does not have the screen, and I'm just going to turn that on. So the reason I'm doing that is so I can connect a phone to it. I'm going to use an iPhone. I've got a long cable so I can just kind of put the phone down. So I'm going to be able to see through the Vision Pro, so I won't need to look at the screen here to run the app. All right, so now we want to run the DJI app, which is going to be the DJI Fly app. I'm going to use the Mavic 3, which is what I have here. Jump into camera view. Excellent. And now we can see that the app is connected. The next thing I need to do is connect the app to the MacBook Pro. Make sure I'm connected to the Wi-Fi. We're going to connect to my phone, the hotspot. In a second, I'll show you how to do it without the MacBook Pro, but I believe this is going to give us a better quality result. So with this on, we're going to run an app called Reflector. And Reflector enables me to create an AirPlay connection. So on the phone, I'm going to go for the mirroring app. I'm going to turn that on. I'm going to choose MacBook Pro. And now we can see it's mirroring onto the MacBook Pro. Perfect. Now we just need to be able to get that signal from there onto the Apple Vision Pro. And notice when I go to the app, it's nice. It shows it horizontal, which is what we want. So we want this display on the Vision Pro. All right, here we are in the Vision Pro. So what we're going to do is we want to go to the control center. So we just look for that little dot, tap on it, or whatever we call this. And then we're going to go to the settings here. And then see that one there is the one to connect it to the virtual display. We're going to tap there and we're going to see MacBook Pro. There it is. Let's select that. Look at that. Now we have the app. I can put this off to the side. I can pinch it, I can grab it, I can put it here right in front of me. Now you can't necessarily see it on the display, you just kind of see my head moving around, but right now I've got like this giant screen like tilted back, almost like a table, that I can just see everything perfectly here, and I'm completely free what I see in front of me, so I can fly, see the drone perfectly, and at the same time, if I want, I can grab this and I can move it out to the side, put it further away. I can grab the corner and I can make this giant screen. So it's almost like a Jumbotron over here and I can fly there. Okay, let's take off. And the crazy thing is now I'm flying the drone through, through the giant screen. All right, and then we've got everything we want. Now, the nice thing is I can just record here. I can take a photograph. I can switch into video mode here and I can start shooting video because I've got all of this from the controller. All right. I can see all the telemetry and everything like that so clearly. I can look up there, I can see the drone. And of course I can tilt, control the camera, shoot video, whatever we want. Let's turn it around. We can see we've got 20 satellites we're connected to. And here we are right there. If I look up, I can see the drone clearly. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to make this, it's funny that Apple would be calling me while I'm doing this. That's hilarious. Let me just grab this, move it off to the side, so now we've got this huge screen over there. Now I can clearly see the drone. Bring it in. When I take the Vision Pro off and I just see there's nothing there, it's kind of like, whoa, because I'm just used to seeing this massive Jumbotron, which is really cool. Now, of course, you know, if you have the DJI goggles, you don't necessarily have to go through this, but the thing is with the goggles, you can't necessarily look at the display and look at the drone at the same time, which you can here, and also I don't have the DJI goggles. All right, our second option is to use a screen mirroring app directly to the Vision Pro, and we're going to be using Bezel. A friend of mine, Matt Keefe, told me about this. So let's see how that goes. So I'm going to run Bezel here on the phone, and I'm going to go into the Vision Pro. We're going to start bezel right now. All right, so we're going to do bezel. Now it wants us to do it on the phone. So here we are, bezel, and we're going to hit start broadcast. And then what we should see is a screen. There we go. So now we're seeing my iPhone. I can grab it, I can move it, I can have this giant iPhone wherever I want. I can't necessarily resize it the same way I could with the regular Windows, but this is still going to work great. Right now it's vertical, but the good thing is when I go into the app, it's going to flip to horizontal. And now there we go. So I've got the iPhone, so I can move this giant iPhone. I can have it close to me here. And I can just have it like right there. Or I can move it back and I can have it there. And this is going to work somewhat pretty much the same. So let's see what we can do if we can take off with the drone. And we can see there. In this case, I might bring it over a little bit. Let's bring this here, maybe put it down. So it's nice and big, it's nice and close to me. It's almost like a floating table. I can see everything I want, see the drone clearly. So the two different ways to do it is using a MacBook Pro and using Reflector. And the second way to do it is directly into the MacBook Pro using the Bezel app. So there's pros and cons to each way. Obviously going directly from Bezel from the phone directly into the goggles is a lot easier and quicker to set up. You have the disadvantage of, seeing this giant iPhone, but not really being able to scale it exactly how you want it. And thanks for watching. Drop us a comment underneath and let me know if you found this video interesting. And I'm going to be doing another video on using Lightroom with the Vision Pro. Outside of that, I might put some on my other tech channel, but let me know in the comments if you want to see anything in here, or you want me to test anything out, or you're interested in how it works, with a computer, which I think a lot of you might be interested in that. And if you're new, welcome to the cafe. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, you won't miss any of my tutorials. And until next time, I'll see you at the cafe.